Travis went, Goodzo. So clearly, the majority of you are not taking the threat of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints seriously. You don't believe they're a threat. And you're not taking it seriously of the danger that's being done to Garna Mejia. She needs to be freed. She is suffering at the hands of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They were pimping her out to boost ratings for their premiere that was supposed to be on the 25th yesterday. And music and the spoken word in Spanish. And yet, something happened. Following the pattern, it's usually me that happened. And now, it's been postponed indefinitely. I said soon. Yeah, 10 years later, soon. And then I even find out that not only is it not happening yesterday, she's not even going to be pimped out. They're pimping out all of them. All four for the premiere. Who could have done videos that the church was spying on me for to cause such a change? Because other Mormons don't care. They, ooh, this sounds fun. Music in the spoken word in Spanish. Yay. Nope. It was just me, and only me, who made the church angry. And so, yeah, apparently none of you care either that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has set Mormon women up, making them feel like they wear the pants in the family now. It's all a trap. You fell for it. I did the video, therefore it's true. I quoted from the temple. It's true. But Garna, like all other Mormon women, are being held captive, chained, shall we say, at the end of the video game that requires a hero to use a single quarter. Don't want to give out any secret gang codes. A quarter to get through the whole game by using the back elbow on all of those evil Mormons holding women hostage. Double Dragon. You don't remember Double Dragon? Should we use that in the theme song in the description below? Maybe. We'll write it down, see how it develops. Double Dragon. Yep. Yeah, in high school I was working at Rusty's Pizza after I graduated and moved on to Rick's College and then Mission and then back to Rick's College and then got deceived and lured to Canada where they give away cute babies. So awesome. We got 3 because Canada paid us for those 3 babies that were just hanging out at the hospital. Because certainly we have to deny science abstinence only, right? Krypton tells us how they're going to do it in the millennium. Because sex is evil. Or even Demolition Man. Yeah. Sandra Bullock helped Sylvester Stallone with the new way of doing things in the future. Oh, that's an R-rated movie? You don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'll have to see if I can scan my associative memory for a PG movie that would warn you of the future. 1984? No, that's not. No, that's rated R. Yeah, that's why the church doesn't want you to see R-rated movies. It's not for the porn. It's for the exposure of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, as like The Godfather. And so, the arcade game was there. It all has to do with the topic, guys. You saw the title. That's why you clicked on the video. Shame on you. So I was delivering pizzas, and after my shift, they had the Double Dragon arcade game there, and so I would play it, and I found that using the back elbow thing worked all the way through, and did it on 1/4. And even Mason thought he could beat me. And so we did a special thing that you could do on the arcade game and do a battle royal against another person. And yeah, he was very frustrated with my backward elbow. Could not figure out how to beat it. But yeah, that's at the end of the arcade game. The woman who was chained up against the wall is set free, and then she gives me a big kiss. That's about as far as it went for my relationships. And so in high school, I took art for all my electives. There were some space, obviously, because Swigheimer couldn't come up with enough classes to fill every single elective for me. But I was able to take auto shop, and was metal shop in high school? Probably was. I doubt they would have allowed it for junior high. That was where I took office aid. Those slough classes to get me the quick, easy A to boost my GPA. But I was concerned about art class because I had been aware, because of my peers and probably some of those R-rated movies, that universities, schools for art would have nude models come in for drawing or painting. And so, being the born and raised Mormon boy that I was afraid that Swigheimer would bring in one of the other high school girl peers of mine whom I would have had a crush on, and I would have to see her naked. It never occurred to me that, wait a minute, I'm jailbait, my female peers are jailbait, Swigheimer no way in the world, if he wanted to keep his job and keep his freedom out of prison, would have one of the high school peers of mine model for an art class. But I'm sure that there were guys who were talking about it, because apparently they were, memories, can't scrub them out of my mind. But yeah, there were peers who, one was bragging about how he's able to rape whatever girl he wants because they want him, and then another guy talked about his dreams of becoming a gynecologist so that he can see women naked. And then there were the other disturbing ones who now run the country, who wanted to do other more twisted stuff. Interestingly, bringing up Mason again, in physics, we were assigned to work together on a physics project that we would eventually have to perform in front of a lower grade school class, and we would have to make a video as well. And he recommended that we have us sitting in the backyard of what was his name? Because Mason didn't have a pool, but the other guy did. The other guy was the one who I gave blank VHS tapes because he said he could record the WrestleMania on pay-per-view back in those days. And so he did that. It took two VHS tapes, I guess. But I see him. I knew him. Can't remember his name offhand, but Leon. There we go. And he wanted to have us sitting in lounge chairs in front of the pool, with the pool in the background, and then in the background get our female peers to be playing in the pool. And so, yeah, as a Mormon boy, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints put the fear of women in us, that they're evil, and that if we were to see them, that we would explode and go blind and die, and etc. and etc. And if you think that's extreme, well, no, that's the church. They literally scared us to death to keep us away from women, seeing what they look like. What are those feminine secrets that are talked about in the commercials? I don't understand. I was the oldest son, and so my younger sisters were no help in explaining what these feminine secrets are on all these commercials. And so, as I'm now finally pulling up the church news from back in the day, which was 2020. September 14th, 2020. So, if any of you remember back then, Or did COVID erase your memory like it erased your smell and other sensations? Holland, the dumbass that he is, who's risen from the grave and from emeritus status. I also saw the House episode. Did I mention that? Of the artist who paints a Picasso of the naked housewife who, yeah. That's also what brought on this video. Still watching House. So, yeah, I just finished earlier this morning the episode about his not father dying. Spoiler alert. The Church News puts up here, Elder Holland compares pornography to COVID-19 in an address to Utah Coalition Against Pornography. Wow. I've heard the liberal media talk about this red meat that MAGA love to throw at their base. But, dear God, it's like bringing a porn star to the Utah Coalition Against Pornography so that they can cannibalize her. The best help always comes from heaven. Well, gee, if pornography is compared to COVID, I guess we need to partake of pornography in order to die, in order to get the help to save us from pornography. Assuming we go to heaven for having looked at pornography. This is just so stupid. Literally stupid. Does he even edit what he says? I mean, seriously. Pornography is being compared to a deadly pandemic killer virus. And yet it's this Utah Coalition Against Pornography who are probably the same people who hack these porn sites on the internet to send viruses to anybody who goes to them. I mean, seriously, this is screwed up. How in the world can an image of a woman be deadly upon looking upon her? Well, you see, Travis, it goes back to the Greeks where there's this demoness with snake hair, Medusa, turned men to stone. That could be another potential song in the description below. Turn to stone. I think we might use that one. As much as Double Dragon was fun, this one, yeah, Turn to Stone. There we go. You see, kids, those who not watching, thus only the adults my age and above are listening, although I'm starting to get some of you back from below yonder. Turn to Stone was an ELO song, which is an acronym for Electric Light Orchestra. They played their song in the movie Xanadu. Yeah, those little muses. Random muses. little shout out there. Turn to stone. Yep, there we go. Yeah, and yet somehow doctors, parents, spouse, and anybody else who may happen to see in the locker rooms in high school, which was very uncomfortable. But nonetheless, I am not dead. I had 2 failed marriages, but obviously I didn't, because the babies were free up in Canada at the hospital. I had nothing to... Does anybody even think? I mean, seriously, how is it that the church can fool so many people as Christianity has fooled so many people on this? Because even sex, I mean, seriously, isn't that how other people besides me had babies? I didn't have babies that way, obviously, but I hear other people did, and yet we're told as children it's a stork. I watched those commercials on the Bugs Bunny Roadrunner show. It's always a stork. Bring in the baby, and the baby animals and such. I knew that wasn't true, that this was just, a cartoon, but nobody bothered to tell me. Not even in 5th grade, when all of a sudden other adult teachers came into our classroom and said, all of the girls, please go to the other classroom. And then other boys, after the girls left, started coming into our classroom. And then we were told to move all the chairs up against the walls and then sit down in the open space. And then the lights go out, and then a slide presentation of a cartoon dissected penis is up on the wall. And I'm going, what the hell are we doing? What is this? This is a nightmare. Am I asleep? I didn't want to learn any of that, and none of it was helpful for me, because I was at 10 and a half, or the summer when I turned 10 when I began, so it was a little late for me. But regardless, it just blows my mind that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, along with evangelical buddies, went on this extremist campaign to vilify the image of women, to vilify sex. How all of us come into existence in this life. And you see YouTube falling prey to this. Oh, well, community standards and guidelines says that, well, showing the shoulders of a woman is sexually explicit, so you're banned, Travis. No more videos for you. And they don't care that they're being evil, that they're being stupid. They're weaponizing women to justify being evil. That's what the church is doing to all women. Because I don't hear many people protesting men not wearing shirts. It's just me protesting. Put your shirt on. I don't want to see you. And yet all of these women, those muscles. Yeah, but I'm right here. was a reference to Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Those nocturnal activities. He was an archaeologist. I turned out to be an anthropologist. But, yeah, Indiana Jones's character did help me want to go into that particular field. And, of course, my dad was saying that, oh, it's real boring. You don't really do what he does. None of it's real. You're just at an office researching documents. So I became an anthropologist instead of an archaeologist. And it's been a wild Mr. Toad's ride ever since. As I've come to find out that I could enjoy porn and my career field at the same time. It's in a cartoon form, but and so when my bishop in West Valley asked me, have you ever seen porn? That's the first thing that came to my mind. I see porn all the time. That's my career. In fact, every time I go to the facsimiles in the Book of Abraham, I see porn. Dear God, are Mormons really this dense? So yeah, I lied to his face. Nope, not me, man. What is porn? I don't know. I'm a virgin still. 3 kids, still a virgin. I have no idea where they came from. And that may not be too far from the truth either, sadly. Where did she get that money? So, dear God. See, Rachel Steersax Gibson? Oh, wrong way. Steersek. Why is this so blurry? It shouldn't be blurry. But, I mean... Oh my God. Is this one better? Is that why that happened the way it did? Yeah. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I should use this one. But in using this one, if I blow up this one, which actually does come out better. Maybe I use some other form rather than the cute little Mormon girl in her temple robes. They spelled girls wrong. So yeah, this is how awful and this is. And now, in hindsight, I did the videos exposing what exactly they were planning to do with it. to ban books. And it's clear that they have no interest in the government, as I connected them to the secret combination of America. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is directly tied to the secret combination of America to destroy America and return to a monarchy. And in order to destroy America, what they've been doing since 1981, which now is clearer, because the 80s, yeah, that's where evangelicals and the church went on their frenzy of extremism for porn, as gays started coming out of the closet. And the church was freaking out, going into seizures, speaking in tongues. But yeah, I mean, the whole reason why my parents thought I was gay is because I was freaked out about women. I had to see them in secret. I had to see them when my parents weren't around. And even Stacy from across the alley of our suburban neighborhood. Dear God, I was just at my desk minding my own business, and there she was doing a breast cancer check. And then I was caught with like a deer in the headlights, and then she saw, because she purposely had the mirror directed so that I would see, and she turns around, and I freak and drop to the floor. And then I closed my blinds, and she closed her blinds. Mine was a curtain rather than blinds, but... And so for weeks afterwards, she always had her blinds closed. As I was out throwing the ball at the little return net, she, yeah. But yet, when I came in to give her teacher a notification, because teacher's aide, there she was in the front row, and she's giggling with her girlfriend as I come in. So yes, she talked. I kept it a sacred secret from my peers. But, yeah. But this is what they're trying to do, guys. They weaponized you, so that you go into a frothing frenzy over porn. And as I found out yesterday, Pornhub's back to being banned. I don't know what happened on Father's Day. That was weird. But, yeah, I get inspired to do videos, and I do research tests on my inspiration. I don't trust my spiritual witness to think that I now know everything. I actually have to test it to find out if it's physically real. Maybe that's how Mormons are doing it. It's just their spiritual witness gives them babies. It's not in the dark, under the covers, only until the man is done. But I did catch my parents. They had bought a video from the beaded curtain section in our video library behind the 7-Eleven. It no longer is there, obviously. 7-Eleven, I think, is still there, last time I checked. But, yeah. Nah, 35 minutes in. We need to wrap this up, don't we? You're bored. You're no longer listening. Not finding any of this funny or amusing whatsoever. You can't relate to me. You know, you were perfect. You never had any problems with the evil dangers of porn. Despite the bishop who got excommunicated for trying to protect little LDS children from their naughty bishops, teaching us about words and grilling us as to whether we've done any of those things, wanting specific details. And then, of course, Natasha Helfer. But that's what you see here. Church comes out in 2020. They're still going on about porn, purposely trying to get people to get frothing angry, to get the Utah legislature to ban porn in Utah. Mike Lee tries to ban it for the whole nation. And it's this secret combination group that's pushing for this. And so they finally succeed in book banning this year. And of course, they're trying to claim that LGBTQ books are what they're primarily focused on. But no, this is what they do if you hadn't paid attention. You know, were they just concerned about Roe v. Wade? They just needed to overthrow it? No, they want the whole package deal with this. And so they went after abortion pills. And they've already told us they want to stop contraception. They've already told us that they want to ban pornography. They think that the image of a woman is what triggers our men's, boys' brains to want sex. And that's not how it works. If they would stop with this abstinence only and teach proper sex ed, and not put a dissected penis on the screen for us. We never did get to see what the women look like. How are we supposed to be taught sex ed if we don't know what the women look like? That's why I went into anthropology, the ancient Middle East. So I could see what a woman looks like. Because obviously the two wives, because I'm not dead. But wait a minute, I just revealed I did look at porn in the Egyptian documents. How can I explain that? Yeah, you're supposed to catch on that this whole thing is stupid. Seeing a woman's body does not kill you on the spot. It may give you a heart attack. In the earlier episodes of House. But it doesn't. It is not a deadly danger. They are the deadly danger. Did you not read your Bible porn about the beam in the moat? They are making a false accusation against a woman's body, which is in the Bible porn. You know, they were not ashamed, and they're walking around naked. And in our temples, in the Mormon temples, we get exclusive, extra sacred, secret porn knowledge that Lucifer is behind teaching us that nudity is something that we should be ashamed of, that we should vilify. Lucifer's doctrine. And the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, as they present it in the temple that way, for Mormons to get exclusive knowledge, and here they are acting just like Lucifer. We're only doing what Lucifer did and got banned from the presence of God for. you don't make the connection. Seriously. Do you not understand why I'm mocking you? For being so gullibly stupid, to not catching on. The church is evil. They are the threat. And the purpose is to get their kingdom back. The First Amendment for freedom of speech includes, because of the Supreme Court, freedom of expression, which means all porn is good. And even California versus Miller, or Miller versus California, that was the decision about obscenity. And the Supreme Court said it has to pass these 3 questions together. If any one of them does not pass, you can't consider something obscene. It's porn, but it's the general word here. And so YouTube violates the Supreme Court ruling. They only use number 1, community standards and guidelines, because number 3 nullifies the first 2, which means the Supreme Court came out and said, this is a ridiculous case. You guys are stupid. There's no such thing. Obscenity is one of those feeling opinion words. Art is in the eye of the beholder. Beauty, technically. And thus obscenity. And so guess what? If you're offended, it's your problem. If the church is offended by what they present to us, it's their problem. But that's the danger, is that when you tell little boys that they're evil and they're going to die and they're going to go to hell, they're trying to own us so that we go, oh no, I did it again, Bishop. Oh, well, we're going to have to take your privileges away. No sacrament for you for I don't know how long. I'll just get up as we go along, see how you do. Keep coming back and telling me about all the little dirty thoughts you've had and all the detailed graphic actions that you took for those dirty little thoughts of yours. Don't mind me behind this desk. And the church has now given me a 1-800 number to call in case you're thinking of complaining about what I'm doing behind this desk. And if you're a little girl touching you in certain places where I shouldn't be touching you because I'm just trying to get an understanding of what naughty things you were doing or thinking, without a witness, this is just, I mean, seriously. I mean, how many more mocking analogies can I come up with to show you about how the church is evil here on this matter? How YouTube is evil on this matter? How Christians are evil on this matter? See the Egyptian language? They communicated sex education to little kids. It was not a danger to little kids. But they weaponize against science. They don't want us to learn anything from science, not even English. They don't want you to learn English good. Joseph Smith and the King Follett Discourse. Did you catch that? That was awesome. Fun times. So yeah, don't be worried. Women are not evil. Right, women? All other women are evil, not you. Which is a hilarious running gag on House. Cuddy. Why is she so hot? What's up with that? And then the Amber. That tragic. But still, House trying to remember what happened on the bus, which I think this is what leads into his hallucinations that he's eventually going to have. Oops, spoiler alert. He sees Cuddy and has Cuddy do a pole dance. You know, Fox News viewers are okay with that. Fox viewers are okay with that. It was hilarious. And so, yeah, you've got women going into a marriage believing they've got to cover up their naked underwear or their magic underwear, because if they do, they're naked, and their magic underwear won't protect you from the power of the adversary until you have finished your work on the earth. Again, that's another thing. If the magic underwear protects us, why don't we want to show it to anybody? And so, yeah, you've probably seen the thumbnail pictures of the female magic underwear from back in when Romney was running for president. That's where I got it from. And have to use it to put over women's bodies because they just, no, it's sacred. You can't reveal. Really? And so, yeah, there's the meme of a woman in her underwear, and she's like all embarrassed. Oh, what are you doing? Close the door. You're seeing me naked. And then she's in a swimsuit and flaunting her body. No big deal. It's the same amount of coverage, or lack thereof. But this is what the church and psychos and evangelicals have been working on with this secret combination group. This is the mental damage they cause. So yeah, I'm going to finish this video, and there's going to be a whole ton more of stuff that I'll be able to come up with. But I mean, this is just sickening, literally infuriating to look back on my life that the church has caused in my life, in your lives, in everybody's lives, all so that they can get their kingdom back of child brides. Oh, gee, I'm getting more thumbs down than normal on that video. Deal with it. You guys are evil. We got all these men angry with me that I've exposed that the church is bringing back child bride polygamy. And they want it. Are you listening, women? They want it. And they go and complain that people want to watch Pornhub. It's just unbelievably sickening. And so, yeah, since we're at the end, in kindergarten, I would walk to school. Apparently it was Paul Revere Street that we lived on. And so I would walk down, and I could take the road that went a long way, or there was a little path in between a couple of houses that got into the park, and then I could cut through the park to get to school. And one morning I was coming out, I see Beth, my classmate. She's across the street. She said, "Hi." I walk over to walk her to school. Cute little girl. Of course, I'm biased. I'm a cute little boy. And while we were walking, two bigger boys come up from behind, grab her, lift her up off the floor, off the ground, and she's panicked. She is freaking out. She's screaming. The other boy goes and pantses her. She had the leggings with the panster. I go into a state of shock. I'm frozen. I'm in horror. And she's screaming in horror as these little boys are laughing, thinking this is hilarious. And they pantsed her to look at her hoo-hoo, and yeah, she did a number 2. And they laughed some more, but that's what got them to let her go. And I think she went home after that. As I went on to school, I didn't know what to do. Nobody taught me what to do in those cases. And so I would eventually see her at school and see her out playing with her girlfriends as if nothing ever happened, but she never talked with me again. And so, yeah, my view of women was altered from that day on. Plus, my mom setting up the Sears catalog to go through collages of the furniture and toys, and I found women. But, yeah, that Beth triggered a whole domino effect for the rest of my life. That's why pink is my favorite color. But I have to keep it a secret because boys aren't supposed to like pink. So I would say blue and black, just to get everybody off my case. Not tease me for liking pink because of Beth.